Ooh, okay, glowing. Okay. What if I told you that you are one deep breath away from the wealth that you dream of? Would you believe me? In today's live stream, I'm going to share how you can breathe your way into the right rooms in front of the right people and attract, receive, enjoy the money that's already assigned to your name. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this week's live stream. Today's title is You Are One Deep Breath Away from the Wealth That You Want. And I'm so excited to have you here. Let me get some water. We're going to get into a very juicy conversation. Hi, Jay's Diary. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we're going to get into a juicy conversation about breathing, right? Pretty simple, but how taking deep breaths and breathing often is directly related to the wealth that you seek, okay? And so, I am actually just coming off of listening to the It's Safe to Be Seen audio spell. I want you guys to know that every time I create something, I'm using it, okay? I am using it. And so I just put my daughter down for a nap. She's not even napping yet. She's still up there talking to herself, which is cool. And then I had to come put two of my nails came off and I was like, I can't be making evergreen content and two of my nails is not popping. So I had to put this nail back on and this nail back on. And while I was doing that, I was listening to the It's Safe to Be Seen audio spell. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, I could definitely share that with them. They're not judging me. And if they were, I don't care, right? But the reason I share that with you is because your people don't care either. They don't care about all the things that you think need to be perfect and collected and buttoned up in order to share with them, okay? They're here for you and they're here for your energy and for your aura, the same way that you're here for mine, all right? And so I really want you to get present to when you take a deep breath, right? You bring yourself into the present moment. You're able to see how beautiful, how talented, how wise you already are. But when you're in your head, you're like, wait, is my makeup perfect? I didn't comb my hair today. My hair is in Bantu knots. I got the scarf on, okay? I was going to take it out, but I'm going out tomorrow. So I'm like, we're going to leave that for tomorrow, right? When you take a deep breath, you get present to that people are not here for what you look like. That's a part of the process. That's a part of the gift, but they're here for your energy. What do you bring to the table? What's the life experience that you bring that enhances their life? And when you are not present to that and you're in your head, you don't let them have the gold. You don't allow them to experience the true value of you. And so today, we're going to be tapping into how you can use your human design chart to breathe, to regulate your nervous system, to see what is so potent about you so that you can get paid to yap. Okay? That's what we're here for. We are here so you can learn to get paid to yap. Okay? Because you already lived the life. You already have the life experience. You've already been through the trials and the tribulations. Can I get an amen? Because I know y'all been through some stuff, right? But you also have happy moments. You also have moments where you were going to give up and you push past. There is so much valuable experience in here. God already put it in here. God already made sure that the life that you live enhanced that. He made sure that you were triggered just enough so that you could overcome it and then teach somebody something. But until you feel safe, again, I started with the It's Safe to Be Seen. I have to listen to that. Okay, so I know you do too. You have to feel safe sharing. And a part of feeling safe sharing is breathing, is being in your body. Another part of that is how to share intentionally. I know a lot of people are afraid of sharing because you think you're going to overshare. And you're like, oh, what if I don't need to tell my whole business to the world? You don't. And this is where you're going to find the happy medium between oversharing, where it just sounds like you're vomiting on people and you're reading your diary out loud, or undersharing, where people can't relate to you. There's a happy medium where you share enough so your people can be like, ooh, she's like me, or he's like me, or I relate to their story. And then from there, they listen in. They listen to what you share. They listen to how you overcome. They listen to how you can help them. And then in your private space, you can give them the juice. Okay. Once they have said, I'm committed, I'm going to pay, I'm going to do the work, then you can share more. But if you're on either ends where you're so vague that no one can connect to you, you're missing your money. When you are vomiting on people, you're missing your money. And so breathing right here in the middle is what's going to get you paid. Okay. So, first of all, I just want to acknowledge you. I love that you're here. And Janae has already dropped in the chat her human design type and her motivation. I would love you to add that as well. Okay. If you'd like to, I'd love you to add that as well. But I have a question for you today. And I want you to be honest and raw and real. What are you afraid to communicate? Maybe it's a topic that you're afraid to communicate around, or maybe it's a specific story that you're afraid to communicate, but you could feel it in your body. If I talked about this, I will freaking make a difference with my people. I want you to answer that in the chat. What is that for you? And I'll go first. My thing is money, okay? It's still money, and it will probably forever be money. I'm going to continue to do my work. That's my journey. But that was my thing, because especially as a six line, I'm like, I look put together. I'm living a good life. Where the fuck the money there? That was my first curse. I probably can't curse again for today. Where's the money at? I can't talk about money. I can't talk about business because I haven't amassed the money that I think I should. And guess what? That's the exact topic that is in my 8th house. That's where my Mercury placement is at. So it's like you can avoid talking about it, Sarah, as much as you want. But the moment that you start talking about it is when things are going to start to pick up. And that's exactly what has happened in the past few weeks. So again, I want you to answer in the chat. This is a moment for you to declare to the world that I'm no longer going to be held back by the thing that I'm afraid of talking about. You got to recognize that in addition to taking money off the pedestal, you also get to take those experiences in your life that you feel make you small off a freaking pedestal. You are here judging your whole being on that relationship when your heart was broken when you were 21 years old. Or my mom did something to me when I was a child. You have all of these experiences. I was fired from a job. You have these things on a pedestal. You are making these things seem like they are bigger than you. And the moment that you take it off the pedestal, you can talk about it. You can be with it. You can grow. But when you got it up here like something you can't talk about, you are prisoner. The thing is not prisoner. The thing already happened. It's a past experience. You are holding yourself prisoner to it when you have it up here on a pedestal, judging yourself based on that thing. And y'all, I'm talking to you based on my own experience. I had money up here. Oh, I don't have the money to talk about money yet. I don't have the results in my business to talk about being a business owner and having a successful digital products business. I don't have those results yet, so I can't talk about that. Who am I to talk about that? Whole time, on the internal, I'm doing all the research. I'm taking the courses. I'm leveling up my skill sets. So how am I saying that I don't have the experience? The results are the only next possible thing to happen because inside, when it's me and me, I'm doing the work. And I know it is the same with you. And so what I want you to do is to free yourself. When you take it off the pedestal, you'll realize, damn, I've been doing the work around this. I have experience around this. I have been living through this every single day, bettering myself, which means I have value to share with someone else. I can guide someone else. The fact that I was burnt out from doing one-on-ones in my business for so long, it literally forced me to learn a better way to be in business. It made me become a better speaker, a better lead generator, creating better freebies, creating better products, tapping into what my people need and not what Sarah wants to create. And all of these things are exactly what I'm putting into this new course that I'm building. Hopefully you'll be a part of it so that you can put those things into play too. But if I'm over here embarrassed because, oh, I don't have the 100K months yet, how am I going to let my people know that this is what I'm struggling with, but this is also what I'm becoming a better person around? This is also the thing that I'm investing in. This is also the thing that I am now learning in and can teach you something about. Again, and this is why we're going to talk about taking deep breaths. Because when you are in your head, you got silly shit on a pedestal. You have silly things on a pedestal. It's not one person. because I read a lot of financial wealth and financial mindset and all those types of books. Every single author was like, I was broke. I was in my 40s, 50s. The most recent book I read, I think she's in her 50s when she finally started to get her money life together. I'm over here at 35. What the fuck am I embarrassed about? I'm listening to someone's book who was 50 and didn't have it together yet. And I'm in, what? Huh? I know for a fact you have a topic that is on a pedestal. I can't talk about that. I can't show that weakness in my life. Mind you, it's something that probably happened years ago. And even if it were to happen today, you've already developed the skill set to overcome it. It may take a little crying, it may take a little journaling, it may take going for a walk. If you're listening, those are all tools that you could teach someone else that's going through what you've been through. If someone came to me today and was like, I want to grow my digital product business, where do I start? I could be like, do this, 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 and this. Why? Because I've done X, Y, Z, and I have these results. But they would only know to come to me if I'm willing to say, hi, I had 0 sales in my business last month, and this is what I did about it. That simple. And again, this is why I start out by sharing with you that I listened to the It's Safe to Be Seen audio spell, because sharing and being vulnerable, when you're in your head, it is the most uncomfortable thing ever. It literally feels like you're gonna die. Real talk. When you are sharing pieces about yourself that you feel like they're not perfect, I can't put them out there yet, you literally feel like you're putting yourself at issue. Like, if I say this, who's going to make fun of me? Who's going to share this with somebody that I don't want to see it? Oh my God. Oh my God. But the moment that you breathe, you recognize, damn, I'm just sharing a thing. I'm not actually even going through the thing right now at this moment. And when you can be in the moment, you can be here. We can feel you. We can relate to you. We can say, girl, me too. But when you're in your head and you're having anxiety, you don't even show up. You don't even post. You procrastinate. You share this very vague story that no one can relate to. And guess what happens? You block your money. You block your blessings. I'm going to say that again. You block your blessings. There is no one, absolutely no one that can open a door for you but you. There is no one that can open a door for you but you. I don't care how, position yourself in the right places so the right person can see you. Guess what's happening? You're saying, I'm ready for the door to open. Hi, door, I'm ready. The moment that you say, hi, door, I'm ready, the person calls and says, oh, by the way, this door in California on this stage is ready for you. You opened that door when you got up and you decided, you know what? It's time to talk my truth. You open that door. So if you're sitting down, especially the 2-4 profiles, and you're sitting down and you're like, oh, someone's going to come discover me. No, they're not. I'm a 4-6 profile. Oh, your network is going to open doors for you. They can only open doors if I show up and say, hello, this is what I got to talk about. This is how I make people's lives better. Then they say, ooh, we need that over here. I open the door. By the way, let me just share with y'all what that was. I have an alarm that goes off at 1:15, and it's an opportunity for me to ask myself a question. Where am I doing more instead of being more? Why do I have that go off every day? Because there's a level of vibration that I get to play at to have what I want in life. And I get to check in with myself multiple times a day, first thing in the morning, in the middle of the day, and at the end of the day, to see where are you vibrating. Today, I feel pretty good. I answered in my head, but I felt like I need to share that with you. I'm not doing more today. I'm being more. By being more, I'm sharing, I'm being vulnerable. That's the gift of a 4-6 profile. That's the gift of everybody. I shared an email yesterday with my email list. If you're on it, you got it. And I said that I'm giving up social media for $1 million. And if you read that, you're probably like, what? No way. Well, yes, way. And I'm going to share with you what that really meant. Okay? I'm going to share with you what that really meant. There is again, a vibration that I get to be at, and so do you. That is the same vibration of what you want. And I recognize that I have been in a slight, and it's so interesting, it hasn't been heavy, but it's been a slight chasing energy when I'm like, I'm on TikTok and I'm on Instagram and I'm trying to keep up with all these things, right? And I'm paying attention to how my body feels. And I had a headache all day yesterday. And I'm like, body, what are you telling me? And then I get an email from someone that literally teaches people how to build their entire business off of YouTube. And she's like, the email literally said, I quit social media a year ago. And she makes $500,000 per month, by the way, okay, without social media. She does have a YouTube channel, though. And as I watched that video, I got a clear distinction between what social media is and what a YouTube or a Google is. Do you know Google, then YouTube are the top search generators? Google, then YouTube. Which means that people are more than likely not coming to these platforms for entertainment. They're coming to learn something. And the version of me that's making $500,000 a month, guess what? She's teaching. She's elevating. She's having people be aware of something inside of them that when they get rid of it or when they replace it, boom, money appears. That version of me, she's on YouTube. Okay? She's on YouTube. And she's creating quality videos and people are watching them from beginning to end. You see, that version of me, she's like, it's our time. By the way, we're about to step into Gemini season. I do have a Gemini Mercury, so I'm very excited about what's about to happen, okay? So again, I share that with you. Why? Because it's okay to change. This is something that I really think you need to hear. It is okay to shift and pivot whenever you think is necessary. Not when you think, well, is this a good time? Because the people that are, bump them. There are people that are for you in seasons. There are some people that will be there the entire trajectory of your life. We are thankful for those people. And they're your parents, your family, your siblings, those people that are around. We know that we ain't gonna get into that today. People got family issues. We all do, right? But there are people that are meant to be with you from beginning to end, right? But along the way, you're going to go through seasons and you have the right to shift and pivot and evolve. Imagine I'm growing every single day. I'm deepening my understanding. I am applying the things I'm learning to myself, and I'm supposed to stay the same? Hell no. Hell no. And a lot of you, I'm going to speak to you. You are afraid to speak your truth because you are afraid of changing. You're afraid of the impact. What is going to happen when I change? Let me tell y'all something. You think that getting money is just getting money. Getting money comes with letting things go. Whether that be beliefs, habits, people, locations, it comes with letting things go. And so if you are so attached to the way that you think, the habits that you have, the location that you're in, the relationships that you're in, guess what? You are preventing yourself from having what is already for you. And this is, again, why this entire conversation is about breathing. Like when I took a few deep breaths yesterday and I was like, what's going on with this headache? And I decided right there in that moment, I deleted Instagram off my phone. TikTok has seen me because I've created content where I have to respond to people, right? That's lead generation. I'm not mad at that, right? But I've literally just been tracking how often I pick up my phone. When I took those deep breaths yesterday, I said, what's important to me? The clients that are going to spend $100,000 with me over time, or the people that's following along? They don't know what they want yet. Or the people on Instagram who are people that I went to college with. I love you, but I'm really not that interested in that platform at all. And if you're interested in me, you'll find me. Like, you gotta be so committed to your vision and the life that you want for yourself that you gotta allow your people, whoever they are, to come find you. You are the main character, boo. You are the main character. And you may be, oh, but those people are main characters too in their life. We're not playing in their life. You're in your game. You are in your game. And so when you have a topic that was probably assigned to your name and you got it up here on a pedestal like it's bigger than you, baby, you blocking your blessings. And as of today, we're done with that. As of today, we're done with that. I can't even verbalize to you. I literally found out about the whole Mercury placements. It's probably been 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. The way that I move, which y'all have probably recognized, I pivot and shift immediately. Like, I'm sorry. Life is too short to be like, well, should I? I don't got time for that. Okay? I don't have time for that. I found out, I learned about my own placements literally the same day. I created a whole guide for my people. It's free. If you haven't gotten it yet, please go tap in. And I started shifting the names of the things that I have in my storefront. I created another offer, and guess what's been happening? I have already made more money this month than I made last month completely. I went from having, I think, 70 leads, new leads, in the month of April. I have almost 250 leads already in this month of May. When I tell you, when you don't sleep on you, God be like, let's go. It's already there for you. It's already assigned to you, and it's waiting for you to step into the space that was already carved out for you. The space is waiting. And every time you procrastinate and you, guess what? Time is going. The blessings are the blessings there. And I'm not saying that the blessings are there and they're going to go to someone else. But trust and believe that other person that's not hemming and hawing, they get that same blessing too. Because just like I'm a 4/6 profile, somebody else is a 4/6 splenic projector with need motivation that has a similar life to me. Can she get my customers? Absolutely. If I wasn't showing up and they see her showing up and they resonate with her, they're going to jump on the train. And it's not to say that when I pop up, they're not going to be like, girl, we've been waiting on you. But how long are you going to allow your blessings to wait on you? It's not the other way around. You're not the one sitting down waiting on your blessings. Your blessings are waiting on you to get in alignment, for you to take that deep breath and be like, nah, I'm not afraid of talking about this bum ass topic that I've been overcame and I'm becoming a better woman in it every single day. I'm not afraid to talk about that. That's some shit that happened 3 years ago. I'm way ahead of that now. I'm a whole new woman since then. It don't even gotta be 3 years ago. It could have been yesterday. I told you I had a headache yesterday. And I made a decision yesterday, and I'm talking about it today. Because all of this is me. Everything is a reflection of me. Everything in my outer world is a reflection of what's going on in here. Right before I came on, I happened to check my Stan Store. I checked my email, and I literally, like, before I took a shower like 12:15. I was watching something came across my TikTok. Let me tell y'all, when I tell y'all I be shifting like this, like, it does not take me long. Like, as soon as I see something that resonates, I'm like, boop, action. So I'm on TikTok, and this young lady's talking about, she's in the digital marketing space as well. And she was like, why is it taking you 10 months? She was like, why is it taking you 10 months to create a 10-page ebook? And I'm laughing at that. And I scroll and I see another video from her, and she's talking about the fact that if you were to go to your digital store, right? If it wasn't you, would you know what those products were? And I'm like, you know what? Let me go look in my store real quick. And I'm going through everything. And some of them I'm like, okay, boom, I know exactly what that is. And then other ones I'm like, you know what? That is it's unclear. That could be a little clearer. Immediately go right into my Stan Store and I tweak the names of them. While I came down out of the shower, there was this one product. It's the profile branding prompts. I had all of these different names. I changed the name of that and I literally put social media prompts by Human Design. I have not had a sale on that since last month. Got my first sale this month for that product today. Why? Because I am committed, one, to my vision and who I am for my people. I've created the solutions. So I refuse to allow my fancy words to get in the way of your blessing. If my people come to my storefront and they know they're here for something, but they can't identify what the thing is because I done put these words on it that make it confusing, we're both losing out. They don't get the transformation, and I don't get the transformation that is already assigned to my name. I already did the work. How many of you are you're so committed to the way that it's supposed to look that you won't allow it to look the way the way that God already assigned it to look? You want it to look a certain way. A great example of this is I keep seeing this comment about Tracy Ellis Ross and her being interviewed and being like, oh, I think I missed my opportunity. I didn't have kids because I was waiting for the perfect man. That's the perfect example. You over here waiting for the perfect man. He got to be all buttoned up and got everything together. Mind you, a man that got 80% is walking in front of you the whole time. You see, what we don't recognize is when it comes at 80%, that other 20% is where we make it ours. That's where you make it yours. When I met my man, literally, trust me, I could see some things I was like, but the 80% was there. And I said, whoop, ha, let's go. We about to get up off these little apps, boo-boo. I see what I want. I got what I want. Let's keep it pushing. And as time has gone on, please believe I've made it mine. He came in the house just the other day and he was like, I got you some papayas because I know you miss, you want to be at home. And I got you some coconut water. And you think that man was buying that shit before? No, but he got him a Caribbean woman. And guess what? She's in Virginia. So let me make sure she got everything she needs to feel at home. And he's American. You see, he came with the 80 and I buttoned up the 20. I made it mine. Please understand that everything that is for you is already carved out, got your name on it. You the one sleeping. You keep judging yourself so much because you think, oh, I'm not perfect. I'm not ready yet. I haven't studied enough yet. So you judge and you judge and you judge. And every time you judge, you smallen up yourself. You minimize yourself. Instead of saying, I'm enough right now. And whatever I don't got, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to walk into it. I'm going to become her. But right now, she's enough. I can do it right now. I can start right now. You see, what happens when you start is you come across all the tools that you need to keep going. But when you don't start and you continue to judge, you minimize. I'm not ready. I can't. I'm not in the right place yet. My skin not together. My hair not combed. Baby, once you have life, you got everything. Once you have life, you have everything you need. It's like it's a little cloudy today. It's a little rainy. Some people are like, oh, the weather's bad. What? The fact that I could even experience the weather is great. Sunny, rainy, cloudy, thunderstorm, hurricane. I can experience it. Oh, the weather is fantastic. Okay, fantastique. Oh, I don't have any money in my bank account. Oh, that means I could, come on, money. I could invite some in. But you over there in your head, oh, I don't have any. So that means that I'm not worthy. Oh, the weather's not great, so I'm not going to enjoy my day. Or that person said something mean to me, so that must mean I'm ugly for the rest of my life. What? Take a deep breath and return to your body. Recognize your body still is still operating. It's still breathing. Yo, you know how let me tell y'all something. You don't recognize how powerful it is to breathe oxygen until you're sick and you can't. You ever had a cold and your nose so stuffed up you could only breathe with your mouth open? You're like, oh my God, I just want to get over this cold. That's the only time you're like, damn, yo, breathing is amazing. I love when I could sleep and I'm just breathing. My mouth is closed, no bugs is getting in it. I'm just having the time of my life. I love that. Breathing is all you need to get into your body and tap into the present moment and then create your reality. Create your response to reality. There's a video that I posted. I'll open this because I need to drink some. Hold on. There's a video that I posted on TikTok, and it was talking about like your Mercury placements. And I had a call to action. I said, comment XYZ if you want this guide. And was it that one? I think it was about nervous system regulation. And I said, comment fire if you want the energetic blueprint guide, right? So this young lady responds. Hundreds of people have responded to these videos, right? This young lady responds, and I sent it to her DMs. Homegirl gonna write me back and say, girl, nowhere did you say there would be a cost to this. I read that and I moved on with my life. Okay? I took a deep breath and I moved on with my life. If I did not breathe, I would have been there going back and forth with her like, but why? Because last time I checked, I've already declared that I attract people that know what they want and they take action when they see what they want. They know what they need and they take action when they see what they need. So why would I have a conversation with somebody that's not that? I don't. I move on with my life. You see, as a 4-line, this is very important. And I'm going to keep dropping these gems in here because I want you to get that when you learn yourself, you learn your weaknesses, you also learn your strengths. As a 4-line, I love relationships. I love being in relationships. And in the past, I spent a lot of time coddling people because I'm like, ooh, let me build this relationship. Let me build them up. And when I do that, then, now bump that. No. You see, that's what we could call a weakness. That's a strength, but I'm going to save that for my people that have already said yes to themselves. I'm going to show up. I'm going to join the thing. I'm going to pay for the thing. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to save that energy for them. For someone like that, sweetheart, this is your opportunity. If you don't want it, that's on you. And every single line has that pro and con. In my opinion, they're both pros if you know how to use them. But the key factor is breathing. I see Stella says, inhale, then breathe. Whatever works for you. The point is, I don't know what it is. Like, I have to treat myself with learning the science behind it. But it is so powerful when you inhale and everything in your body just says, we're good. We're good. When you could take a moment to do that before everything you do, when you wake up in the morning, take a deep breath. Be grateful for the fact that you've woken up. Say something powerful over your life. I just woke up in my highest possible timeline. Then take action. Whole nother day. You're going to have a day that you've never had before. When you can pause in the middle of your day and be like, I'm so grateful for my life. The thing that I've been saying recently is I live a really beautiful life. Like, I have been saying that every single day. because I live a really beautiful life. The fact that I am alive, I live a really beautiful life. And all of the things that I used to overthink and stress about don't exist to me anymore. Because why would I use my precious time where I can breathe to then hold in my breath and focus on some shit I can't fix? Or something that I created in my head that doesn't even exist? Or something that happened years ago that has no impact on who I am today? Yeah, no, not doing that. Not doing that. I'm going to breathe and I'm going to recognize, girl, you can breathe. Everything is glorious. Period. Everything is glorious. You can breathe. Everything I sell off. You see, when you come to that point of being in your life, the world really opens up. The multiple streams of income really open up. The invitations to come speak on this stage, and I want to pay to fly you out here, and I want to hire you for this contract that's the biggest contract you ever got in your life. I want to invite you into this relationship where I'm going to treat you yo, when I tell you treated good with a T on the end, it's all available to you. But you have to breathe and be here and be present to the fact that I'm alive, which means that everything is good. Everything is better than good. Everything is great. Because when you die, what we call die in the physical realm, your physical body is no longer breathing. That's when things are no longer available to you. That is when things are no longer available to you. But right now, with this oxygen, everything is available to you. Even when your head says it's not possible, you're not ready, you can't do it, shut up. That's how I talk to that voice in my head. Shut up. But when my spleen says, boo, 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 I'll be like, okay, girl, got you on it. Because my spleen is always, and I'm gonna tap into the aspects of your human design chart. My spleen is always telling me next best action, next best thing to say, next best place to go, next best food to eat, best time to go lay up on your man. My spleen always knows. She always knows. This thing up here is trying to protect me from some past information. I don't listen to this. Sorry, you're not gonna get in the way of my glory. Not allowing that. And that's how you get to be. This is the power of breathing. This is why when people do a breathing exercise, people literally start to cry. Because most of the time you're not breathing. You're getting up, you're getting ready, you're out the door, you're at work, you're at work, you're at work, you're at work. Now you're on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Did you breathe at any point in the day? Every time when I get in my car, the first thing I say is thank you for your safe traveling mercies. Because I have a priority to get where I'm getting and get back home safely. It's a priority in my life. For as long as I am here, it is a priority in my life. More people die on the road than they die in plane crashes, okay? So every time I get behind the wheel, even if my man is driving, thank you for your safe traveling mercies. I take a deep breath and I bring myself present. Ooh, we're driving right now. Let's keep our eyes on the road. Ain't nothing that's going on my phone. Ain't no one that can call me that's more important than what I got going on in front of me right now. Before I started this live, I listened to the It's Safe to Be Seen audio spell. Why? Because I want to be here and with you the entire time that I'm here and with you. I want to be here and with you. Not, oh, did somebody buy something? Did somebody like my video? Did my man call me? I don't want to be over there with that stuff. That's not really pertinent in this moment. I want to be here. And that's the power of breathing. That is how we have powerful conversation. This is how you could pull out your phone and 100,000 people watch a video that you make because you breathe first. What is the intention in this moment? Every single moment is a blank slate for you to have everything that you want. But when you're in your head thinking about who did you wrong and what didn't work last week and why that didn't work out and where's the money at, can you be here in the moment? No, you can't. You cannot. This is why you can watch the YouTube video, you can watch the TikTok, you can listen to this, you can read the book, you can follow the person, and you still ain't doing shit. Because the whole time they drop in gems, they drop in value. Like I told you, I watched that little TikTok video. It was probably 20 seconds long, and it was like, boop, something for me to do. But when you in your head, you're like, oh, okay, you scroll along. You didn't get nothing from it. When I tell you that your body always knows where to direct you. Every single moment of every single day, there are millions of cues and things that you could be picking up on to improve your life. But if you are in your head and not in your body, you miss it every single time. When you hear people talking about quantum leaping, manifesting overnight, do you think that that is happening because they're in their head? No, they're in their body. And they're trusting the things that their body is telling them to do next and to do next and to do next. They're not in their head over, well, now is not the right time for me to take this nap because I got things to do and I got to get to this job and this person's been calling me all. They're not up here with it. Oh, my body said take a nap. We going down. How long you want me to take this nap for? Or as long as you want me down, cool. I'm not even going to set no alarm. I'm going to trust my body. I don't use alarms. I don't use alarms. Like, I'll be like, okay, I want to be up at 6:30. I literally tell my body, wake me up at 6:30. Then I put my audio spell on and I be out. And around 6 o'clock, 6:10, my body be like, let's go to the bathroom. You don't want to pee? Come on, let's go pee. I'd be like, oh shit, I did say I was gonna get up at 6:30, huh? Okay, and I get up. Alarm for what? I don't need anything outside of me to tell me anything because this your body, it's on know everything it need. You get to have that relationship with your body where you trust it. Where you trust it. It's yours, and it's yours for a reason. Trust it. Surrender to your body. Surrender to your body. Allow it to guide you. Allow it to put you in the right places. When I tell you, my man he always asks me silly, like last night, he was drinking some Jose Cuervo, and he was like, is this the good brand to get? I was like, is that the silver? Because he made a drink with like fresh watermelon and the Jose Cuervo and something else, and that shit was banging. I do not drink, but he always is like, taste it, taste it, taste it. And so yesterday I tasted it. I was like, oh, this is good. And he was like, so let me hear your stories about Jose Cuervo. I was like, why do you think I got stories? He's like, because you lived a life, honey. He's like, you have lived a life, and I like to hear about this life that you've lived. I don't even remember why I shared that. But there's life that you've lived that people want to hear about. People can feel your aura before they are around you. Before you even open your mouth, they are feeling your energy, and they're like, I know what I can experience over there. But if you are in your head constantly judging yourself, you also minimize that value that your people are there for. You think it doesn't exist because you're in your head. So if you're just joining or you joined recently, the question of the day, what are you afraid to communicate? Okay, drop that in the chat because we're going to talk about that when we're wrapping up, as we always do, right? What are you afraid to communicate? Okay, now, one of the things I want to share with you is that the reason you aren't getting paid to yap, okay? I think my previous conversation was paid to exist. I like paid to yap, okay? That's the reason why you're not getting paid to yap is because you're afraid to declare and then step into, okay? This is a very important piece of manifestation that I don't think is talked about enough, and I want to talk about it with you right now, right? The way that you manifest for real, is you say, this is the life that I want. And then you step into being the version of you that has that life. And so if you're not getting paid to yap yet, it's because you haven't declared that that is what you want for your life and then showed up as the version of her or him that operates that way. I've already declared it. I declared that years ago. I had it on my vision board. I'm going to get paid to be on stages. And then COVID happened and it was like people be on their laptop. So now I'm like, I'm going to get paid to be on somebody's laptop. Like, however it is, I will be paid to yap. And as things have evolved, I've evolved with them. I have stepped into it. And this thing called YouTube was the one place that I would be on and off, hot and cold. Yes, no. And then I'm like, wait, like I said in my email yesterday, the calling, because the things that we declare, it's not even something that we declare. It's already a calling on our lives. The calling is, I'm going to make $1 million this year, and I'm going to teach a whole lot of people how to do the same by yapping. So I need to step into the version of her that operates on that vibration. And that means taking YouTube seriously. That's my calling. Okay. That means taking YouTube seriously. So YouTube can pay me. My clients can pay me. Speaking opportunities can find me. Or you got a company you need to get the energy shaken up. You can find me. I don't know how the $1 million is going to come. I just know it's coming this year. And my job, the only thing that I can control is being her, the version of me that has that result. And so again, the only reason you are not getting paid to exist or not getting paid to yap consistently is because you have not yet backed up your words with your actions. You're still pandering. Who are you pandering to? Are you pandering to an old version of you that no longer, you don't even relate to that? Are you pandering to your parents? You're trying to be a good daughter, a good son? Are you pandering to your partner because I don't want to be a bigger deal than my partner because I don't know what's going to happen in the relationship? Who are you pandering to? Because I promise you they don't got the money for you. And they don't care as much as you think they do either. Even the people who you think care, they are waiting on you. I always share with y'all. My mom be like, when you make the $1 million first, then I'll listen to you. She don't know when I make that $1 million, I'm going to charge her mother. She don't know. You better get in now, mama. Stop pandering and making yourself small to some version of you or some version of someone else or some thought or some place in your life that no longer resonates with you. This is why I left Tatola when I left Tatola. I'd had enough. Like, obviously, this is not the environment that I'm going to thrive in the way that I see myself thriving. So let me giddy on up out of here. Did that. Was pregnant a few months later, stepped into a whole new reality. People like, wait a second, when Sarah had a baby, I thought I had dibs on who? Not me, because I done moved on. It's so funny. Yesterday, someone left a review for the Energetic Blueprint. And if you don't know what that is a beginner-friendly guide that walks you through how to regulate your nervous system using human design and also how to monetize using human design based on your profile number. And so she left a review and she was like, I just got it. I saw she got it at like 2:00. And then she left this review at probably like 4:30. And she was like, I just got it. This is gold. So I reposted it and I was like, it's available for you. Highly recommend you tap in. And someone responded and was like, wait a second, did you change the price? Because it was $12 before. And I was like, absolutely did. Yes, I did. Changed it. Yep. Oh, well, I was about to get it. And then I sent them back. You know that guy with the fishing rod? And he's like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. That's what I sent back, that gift. Because whole time you sleeping on yourself, May I move up another level. I have stepped into a new reality. I have recognized that there's more value in this than what I got it priced for. You see, if I'm sitting down waiting for you, I will never get where I am supposed to be. I will never step into the version of me that's already waiting on me. You cannot wait on people. You've got to give yourself permission to go, to fly. Because the longer you wait, the higher the chances you end up in the grave with your dreams and your desires and your wants and your needs without them being fulfilled. Let me be clear on that. One of the reasons why I was like, it's time for me to get back in my bag was because there is a version of home that Sarah, like, my heart is like, we need this. Like, we need this now. Okay. We need acres now. And I could wait on my man. I could. But that vision is mine, not his. The vision is mine, not his. So I'm going to do what I can do that's in my power to step into what's already there for me. Because I'm the main character. And as you're listening to this, there is a vision, a life, a relationship, a body, a bank account that you keep mulling over. And you're like, what if? And I don't know if, and what? It's on your heart because it's for you. Do people get to benefit from your success and your satisfaction and your peace? Absolutely. The same way that you get to benefit from theirs. I'm benefiting from all of the savings and investments and the way that my man loves abundance. I get to benefit from that. I walked into those benefits. He benefits from my worldly way of life and the family that I come from and the life experience that I have. And also, when we got these acres, he gonna benefit from that too. But this is how one hand don't clap. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The reason that we are in relationship is because there's something that I have for you and something that you have for me. But I have to follow what I want and what I see for myself in order to have it be beneficial to you. If I don't chase my dreams of having a business that's generating $100,000 per month, then there's nothing for me to teach you. If I don't show up as the girl that gets paid to yap and then gets paid to yap, there's nothing that I can teach you. So I have to go after what is mine, not even go after, align with, raise my vibration to match the thing that's already mine so that I can teach you, so I can share with you. That is a valuable contribution to the world. And so when you are sleeping on you, guess what happens to your value? We talked about that last week. You have to increase your personal life value if you want to have material wealth. That's how you achieve material wealth. Increasing your personal life value, allowing yourself to trial and error, allowing yourself to fail forward, allowing yourself to say the thing, back to yapping, that someone doesn't want to say, that isn't commonly said, that is a new thought that's never been thunk before. Allowing yourself to communicate and put things into language so that you can be recognized as the authority that you are. Okay. So last thing, since we're about to wrap up, and then we're going to get into the chat, of course, right? I want to be clear about what human design is for. And I'm just going to speak from my perspective, right? And how it has changed the game for me. Human design is my nervous system manual. And when I say nervous system manual, I want you to be present to the fact that at the core of everything in my life is my nervous system. And when I say me, I mean you and me, okay? At the core of everything in your life is your nervous system. This is why when you start to shift one thing in your life, everything else starts to pick up too. Because there's one core. So if you start, let's say you start working out, like working out is your thing in this season, you probably gonna start to make more money. You know why? Because as you're working out, you're gonna want, I want to get a better protein, I want to get better workout shoes, I want to go to a better gym. And if you can't afford those things, because you're so committed to leveling up your health and well-being, you're going to start to put some of that energy into making more money so you can afford the things that support that health and well-being. Then you start getting sexier, and now you're attracting a better type of person. Why? Because your core is your nervous system, and your nervous system is at the center of everything in your life. And so when you use human design as the manual that it is, you'll recognize that everything in your life starts to pick up. Not only is your business doing well, and I can speak for this, my business is doing better. My relationship is doing better. I don't even, I was literally just thinking about this today. Like my man he went to bowl in another city. And I'm like, before when he used to travel, I used to be like, oh, he got to leave money for me. Like, what are we going to do? I'd be like, bye, baby. We don't need nothing. Enjoy yourself. Because I've stepped into the version of me that's always been here. Right? So now there's no more what used to be a little stress. Because here's a grown-ass person that's literally taking care of me and still feeling like, damn, I still got to take care of you? And not in a negative way, but you're fully capable. So what's up? And so now there's this ease, especially as someone that's about to retire, because my man's about to retire. His mind is thinking about, I'm about to retire. I cannot be, okay. So I share that to say, as I focus on my business and results are starting to flow, other areas in my life are also starting to improve. Because my nervous system, where I regulated my nervous system around my business, I have that same regulation in my relationship. I'm not reacting to things the way I used to. I'm not getting into responding to shit the way I used to anymore. I'm not asking for shit that I used to ask for because I don't need it. I'm not in the space of fear and scarcity because that's where I was before. Let me be honest with you. So again, your nervous system is at the core of everything in your life. And when you allow your human design to be the guide that it is, and I'm going to share how I utilize it, and you can apply, you can share in the comments how you utilize it as well, right? Because I recognize that when we learn new things, it's just like, oh, this is new information. No. This is a new way of being. The same way how I saw that TikTok and homegirl was like, if somebody else was looking at your sales page, would they know what that thing is? That's a way of being now. Every time I create something, I'm gonna go back and be like, if this is someone's first time coming across my website, would they know what these things are? Like that is a way of being. And it's in the snap of a finger. We can be differently. It's a choice. You can be committed to who you used to be, which also comes with some habits, which also comes with a version of life that do we really want that? Or you can, in the moment, choose something different. You have free will, literally. And when you have a regulated nervous system, then you know, where is this coming from, okay? When you are making decisions, you know where it's coming from. What is it in alignment with? Is it in alignment with that version of me that was scared to show up and scared to speak my mind and scared to ask for what I want? Or is it in alignment with the version of me that says, this is mine, and I'm going to operate as if it is mine, and I'm going to speak as though it is mine? That's a totally different version of you. But when your nervous system is dysregulated, you're still pandering. You're still people-pleasing. You're still second guessing, procrastinating, overthinking, worrying, anxious, depressed, all the language that does not vibrate high. Okay. So now that we're clear on the fact that human design is for your nervous system regulation. And what I mean by that is it is your unique manual. You are a spiritual being in a physical experience. Your physical body needs something different than my physical body needs. Okay? Which is different than what my man's physical body needs, which is different than what my daughter's physical body needs. So why are we trying to all fit into the same bag, the same box? It don't fit. So you learning your human design but not learning it, actually experimenting is the word they like to say. I want to say embody. Embody your human design. Your life is going to work in a way that you didn't even know it was possible. Because now you are literally living the way that you were designed to live. I promise you have not, in complete totality, lived the way you were designed to live before. Because we all have parents, we have teachers, we have people that are conditioning us. We're in a society where we feel control, and I got to go get a job, and I got to do all these things to fit in. But there comes a moment in your life where you say, bump all of this. I have agency over my life. I am the ultimate power over my life. I'm not cooking food every night, sir. That was very personal. Okay. There was a time my man was like, I need dinner every night. I was like, no, the fuck you don't. And if you want something to eat, go outside and get it or cook it yourself. Because guess what? I don't cook every single day. I don't eat 3 meals a day. I don't. I'm a fruit all morning and then I have one solid meal kind of girl. Okay? So if you over here, you need breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sort yourself out. Okay? Sort yourself out. It took a minute, but I had to because I felt unregulated. Well, what am I going to cook for dinner? Who's doing that? Not living my life like that. And guess what happened? He sought himself out, or he goes to sleep, or he has a big ass breakfast, or we make sure we have snacks and he could snack on something. Like, he's sorted out. I'm sorry, but I am not going to live unregulated to make anybody happy. I mean, I care who he is. Mom, dad, daughter, man, client, follower. I mean, I care who he is. I'm not going to live unregulated. It's not worth it. I don't get anything out of that. And neither are you. There is nothing that you get when you are unregulated. There is no place that you're going to get to that says, here's a trophy. You've lived a very unregulated life. Thank you for sacrificing. It doesn't happen. I listened to my mom talk about that for a very long time. I've sacrificed so much for y'all children. I was like, who told you to do that? Who told you to do that? Especially when we got to keep hearing about it. If I knew that you was going to hear about it for the rest of our lives, I would have told you to go live your life earlier, man. I don't want to hear this. I sacrificed so much for you. Who told you to do that, miss? No one is going to reward you for sacrificing, for giving up on the things that you actually want, for working a job you hate, for being in a relationship you don't actually like, for making less money than you're worth. No one is going to give you a reward. Okay? If you thought there was going to be a I was broke all my life reward, not happening. I was single for all my days, not happening. It's not happening. So you might as well regulate your nervous system and step into the life that was already carved out for you. Okay? You might as well. Because there's a whole different life that you didn't even know was available to you. And it's not even like, oh, you got to leave the country type stuff. Like, I have literally been in this relationship. I'm going to just talk about the last year because I came back to Virginia in May of last year. In the past year, I have had many different experiences in this same relationship. Experiences of me, of my man, of my daughter, of our life together. Why? Because I keep leveling up and things keep getting better. I don't have to leave him. That's a low vibrational effing thought. I need to give up on this business. I got to leave this person I'm in a relationship with. How about you level up and see what happens? Because you are the core energy in your reality. I promise you, everything else is going to level up. Or it's going to fall away and leave room for the thing that is for you. Either way, you win. Either way, you win. So focus on being regulated so you can attract what is for you. That's literally how the universe works. Stop suffering. There is no certificate. You know those participation certificates? There's none of those. They don't exist for someone with a dysregulated nervous system. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay? All right. So, the 4 things to tap into for yourself, and I'm not about to go deep into this out of respect for time. Your profile type literally tells you what you are meant to be experiencing in life. If you are a generator type, you're meant to be experiencing satisfaction. When you are regulated, you experience satisfaction. That's literally it. And when you're not regulated, you experience frustration. When you are not regulated, you experience frustration. When I tell you, like, human design simplifies the F out of life, it simplifies it. It makes it so clear. There's no gray area. If you're a manifester, when you are in alignment, you experience peace. I lived with a manifester when I was in Baltimore. My homegirl is a 4-6 manifester. When I tell you I never met such a small woman so angry, she was angry because she was out of alignment. When I say small, my friend was literally like probably 5'7", 110 pounds, angry, out of alignment. As a projector, alignment, success. Out of alignment, bitterness. Simple. Yesterday I was bitter. I had a headache. I was like, nah, this not gonna work. And I didn't have to go figure it out. I tapped into my body. What is my body telling me? Got it. Moved on it accordingly, immediately. Why am I going to go up here, which is going to take me, but you know what? Other people are doing that. So I don't need you to go give me a whole bunch of evidence that does not apply to my body. My body's telling me she don't like that. So we're going to stop doing it. Stop resorting to your head. It's going to take in all this other information that does not apply to your body. This is why I never in my days have I ever advised a client of mine to do what Sarah does. This is why the universe was like, here's a new tool called human design. I was so happy when I found human design because I recognized that people were trying to be me. I had clients that were trying to be me, and that shit was exhausting because then they would come back and be like, but I did exactly what you be doing. I'm like, who told you to do that? So when I came across human design, I said, thank you. Thank you. Because what works for me is not going to be the exact same thing that works for you. But I promise you that when you learn about yourself, tap into your chart, you will see exactly what works for you. So number 1 is your human design profile type. It literally tells you regulated, unregulated. Your profile number. You think it's just a number? I see people coming online like, oh, I'm a 2-4, and they list out what the 2-4 profile is. That's wonderful, right? But what does that mean for you? For me as a 4-6, when it comes to being an opportunist role model, I know that I am out of alignment when I'm not the leader. Hello, I'm the role model. What am I doing following? What? Huh? Following who? Inspired by who? What? Out of alignment. I'm not going to be second guessing myself. I'm the one that's meant to go first and go fast and fail forward and learn and then share. When it comes to relationships, out of alignment is when all these people are like, I want to be your friend. No, baby. No. Customer. My customers, my clients, you become friends. I mean, I want a friend off the internet, okay? I'm going to let y'all know that right now. I'm not looking for friends. I have friends. My man and my daughter, best friends. My sisters, best friends. I got friends. My girls in Confident and Paid, friends. I have a purpose to fulfill. So when it comes to me being an opportunist, a 4 line, where are my people to have me show up in my purpose? The people on my newsletter, potentially friends. I promise you, when you pay attention to your profile number, you'll be able to see where you're being out of alignment and you're pandering and you're people pleasing and you're low vibrational versus where you are at high vibration. As a 5-1 profile, because I know some 5-1s are on here right now. You're not meant to save anybody. Are people going to look to you to save them? Yes. Are there going to be times where you take on the role and say, I want to fulfill this one? Absolutely. But when you are so focused on saving and taking on people's shit, you cannot be who you were designed to be. The same way as a 1 line, if you are so focused on I don't know enough, how can you be the person that knows enough? Everything you need is literally tied to the information in your profile. It will regulate you so well. Just like I didn't respond to that girl. And then the person who was like, oh my God, you raised the price. I respond to them as a client. You're not my homeboy. You're not my homegirl. Do you want it or not? It's there. People have distorted relationships with relationships. And people will try to suck you like what do you call those? Like those black things that they have in like the Amazon? And you can put them on your leeches. People will suck you like a leech. There are certain people, I remember when I first was on Twitter and I was pumping out all this content and I would get responses. One time, I think 1 or 2 or 3 times, I was like, respond to your profile, and I would respond back. I stopped doing that shit so quick because I was like, that is a very generator thing to do. Not for Sarah. Because the moment you do that, you train people to think that you're the freebie God. And I'm about to read you and give you a full-on reading in these comments. No, I'm not. Not doing that. Here's the information. I'm the guide as the projector. Do with that what you will. Okay? Don't be in my comments like, but what if I have a this placement and a that placement? And what exactly should I do with that? I'm pretty sure I linked the guide. If I didn't link the guide, tap into ChatGPT or go buy a book or something. My job is to help you to see something new, to shift your perspective, to create awareness. But I'm not about to hold your hand and skip down the street with you. It's not my responsibility. Okay. Your authority in your chart. Your authority is all about decision making. If you are making a decision from your head, if you are thinking out of alignment, your authority is the one that's going to tell you, this is a good decision. Have this for lunch. Post this online. Write this in your email. Say this to this person. Listen to your authority. I don't ever, when I tell you when I listen to my authority, like my man will say something, he has gate 6. If you know anything about gate 6 is all about friction, okay? So it's natural for him to create friction. And initially, I used to bite. I would be like, ugh. When I say bite, like when he says something, I'd be like, ooh, and I'm going with him. And then I would realize, like, I don't like the way I feel in this. I don't got nothing to prove. I also have an undefined heart. I have nothing to prove. And you over here with your defined heart, proving is your thing. So you going to fight to the end. I mean, I got time for that. And initially he used to be like, oh, you're ignoring me. But as time went on and I learned about myself, I was like, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just conserving my energy for things that actually deserve a response. When I tell you to just eat him up every time, I'm conserving my energy for things that actually deserve a response. Because me over here, I know you, I don't say this, but I know you better than you know yourself, sir. You got a gate 6. You just want to and trigger, and I'm not falling for that no more. I know more about myself. I don't have to fall for that anymore. And so my spleen lets me know, respond to that, don't respond to that, respond to that, don't respond to that. The same way, if you have emotional authority, your emotions are going to be like, if you respond to this at this time, it's going to be this. Or if you respond at this time, it's going to be this. And then you can decide. If you have a sacral authority, it's literally in the moment going to be like, hell yes or hell no. Do you see how you get to conserve your energy by literally living according to your human design? Like generator types who have sacral authority, you waste so much energy responding to bullshit. You see a rabbit jumps, oh, let me respond to that. Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that. For why? Why are you responding to all these things that you don't actually care about? It's a waste of your energy. Lastly, your motivation. Your motivation is all about actions that you take. Okay. I have need motivation. With need motivation, I'm very clear that being useful is something that I love. Like, I just love to be useful. Like, I don't know, I can't. And I've always been that way, but I was giving it away for free before. Now that I understand my need motivation, I'm like, okay, I love being useful. This is how I create so many, like, I'll create an ebook today, tomorrow, an offer, like, and especially now that I have like my understanding my Gemini Mercury, which is like the content creator, like Geminis can go on and on and on. Now that I pair that with my need motivation and I know how to tap into what my people need, this is how creating offers is so easy to me, because I'm like, ooh, another need. This would be helpful to my people. And this would be helpful to my people. And this is why everything that I have created has at least 3, 4, 5 sales. And I'm talking about creating the last like 2 months, okay? Everything that I have created, someone has jumped into, has bought, has been like, yes, I'm interested. Why? Because I am clear that I enjoy being useful. So the things that I create, I only create out of my motivation. I don't create things because, oh my God, if I don't create this, I'm not going to make money. That's out of fear. No, not doing that. I get ideas all day long. And I want to, sometimes I'm like, ooh, I want to do that, I want to do that. And then my motivation's like, we don't need that. You have enough things in your storefront right now. Start going hard on what you already created. So that's where I'm at right now. But I say that to say, learning your motivation and understanding that your motivation basically tells you when to take action or what action to take, bruh, you can literally rest in your energy and take more calculated actions. This is why people who like, when we think about investors and people that's making big money moves, they're not jumping on everything. They think about what is the most calculated thing that's going to give me the greatest return on investment. This is why I'm on YouTube, y'all. Because as much as I love me a TikTok and I love me a Twitter, which I'm not completely leaving either of those, I understand that I want people to search for a solution and I come up. I don't want you to, oh, I found you on my FYP. That's cute. I want you to be like, how do I make money by running my mouth or whatever you would put in there? And boom, there's my videos. There's my page. This is why instead of choosing a social platform, I'm going to stay on the search engine. That is a calculated action that I'm taking because I'm thinking about the long term. I'm thinking about big picture. I'm thinking about when I done pass on that my business, my YouTube channel, my digital products are still going to be generating income. So my daughter will have the login information or whatever it looks like years from now, and it will still be making money. That's what I'm thinking about. Big picture, not just today. When we think about today too much, we live in scarcity. And you do things just because, no, I'm about to be in my body and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have my nice projector view of the next 50 years of my life. Yeah, YouTube is where I'm going to be. Where I can bank on YouTube paying me $100,000 a month. Just YouTube alone. I'm thinking about long money. Okay? That's calculated. This is what your motivation allows you to do. None of no more of this, "Oh, I need to eat today, or I need to create a product right now, or I need to post this right now." No, no, we're not moving from there no more. We're moving from long game. I'm living a good life, not just today. That's what your motivation is for. Okay? So I want you to start utilizing your human design in that manner. Okay? Coming from a place of embodiment. What do I actually want in this life? And then move as though you're every day stepping into what's already there for you, because it is already there for you. Okay. I'm gonna leave that that last little comment there for next week. So we're gonna pause here. I'm gonna invite you to take a deep breath with me. Because today was a lot. It was a good a lot. You know what? Drop a nice little what emoji do I want today? Hold on. Let me select. Ooh, no, that's kind of easy. Ooh, drop the champagne. You know the champagne glasses, like they're cheering. Drop those in the chat if this was helpful. And then also let me know what was the big takeaway for you from today. And then I'm going to scroll up while you're doing that. So you're going to drop the champagne glasses and you're going to leave your biggest takeaway in the chat. And I'm going to start to read some of the comments that we have here. So Jay's Diary, big up yourself. Tori Elaine, big up yourself. Hi, Janae, my love. Stella, big up yourself. Miss Blue Bottoms. All right. So let's see. Janae says your people do not care. Great reminder. Yes, yes, yes. I am the value. Janae said this is about to be good. Exactly what I need to hear today. Oh my gosh. My experience as a Black trans woman. Okay, so if you don't recall, the question of the day was, what is it that you're afraid to talk about? Okay, and so I'm very excited because I'm gonna get to know a little bit about you in your responses. So Jay's Diary says, my experience as a Black trans woman and how the way I grew up has helped me to my realization that I am transgender. That is powerful. That just gave me chills because how many people get to be freed in their own experience when you show up powerfully in yours? Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Janae said, that's a great question and one I'll need to reflect deeper on. Okay, amazing. Stella says, cutting off my family financially and not feeling bad. Hello. Yo, so I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? And I was just watching Sunday's episode yesterday, and Charles, if you don't watch the show, just I'm gonna share a point. So Charles Oakley shared something with his wife, and his wife is, I can't remember her name. Angela. So Angela was sharing how, she bought a house for her mom and her sisters, and they did something effed up to her daughter. And she was like, how do you deal with this? Because he was like, I had a similar experience. And she was like, how do you deal with it? And he was like, I just don't talk to those people no more. And she's like, but what? He was like, I don't talk to them and I have peace in my life. And as I watched that, I thought about my man, who's very much like, he got peace and satisfaction in his life. He's a manifesting generator, and he don't have a big circle of people around. He is very content in his energy and the people who he wants around him. And I think we don't talk about that enough. Like, when you are spoon feeding other people, the energy that comes with that, the entitlement that comes with that, you don't want that. And sometimes we make ourselves feel bad because the cutting off was so that I could keep my sanity, so that I could keep my kingdom that I'm over here building. Ooh, Stella, important, because there's a lot of people that's being drugged down. I don't even drug down is a word, drug is a word, but dragged down, drugged down by the people around them who feel entitled to them and their stuff, even though they're the ones that worked hard for it. Maybe you can do the hard work too. You can do the alignment work too. I'm not about to be over here spoon feeding you. Anyways, I'm going on a whole tangent. That needs to be talked about. Okay. That needs to be talked about. I've never been the person who thinks like, oh, I'm going to get to a point and I'm just going to take care of everybody around me. No, I'm doing the work. You see, I'm doing the work. I'm inviting you to do it with me. If you don't want to, that's on you. That's on you. I'm not responsible for you at all. Okay, let me keep going. Janae said, this is hitting really hard. Thank you for sharing. Stella's a Gemini rising. Nice. Stella said, that's why I've been moving for clients that can afford $100,000 projects. Okay. What version? I remember seeing this girl on, I think I shared this before. She was on Hard Knocks on YouTube, and they asked her how much money she's made or the biggest deal she made. And she said $26 million. And he was like, what advice would you give people? She was like, you not asking the wrong question, you asking the wrong people. Okay. You could ask Tom, Dick, and Harry, and they'd be like, I can't afford that. And you ask Suzanne, Jane, and Timothy, and they like, that's it? That's all it costs? Hell yeah. And this is a part of why showing up is so important. Because if you allow the people who tell you no to stop your motion, stop that shit. Don't do that. Because somebody out here will gladly pay for you, wife you up, take care of your whole life. Like there is someone willing. There are people willing. You just asking the wrong people. Stella, big up yourself, sis. Okay? I love that for you. I love that for you. Okay, I am done with not taking up space. Come on now. Let's go. Declare it. Janae says, as a Libra, I'm learning how to move away from that should I. Whoo, child. Honey, my mom is a Libra. The amount of turning and twisting and overturning and flipping it back over and sleeping on it that y'all do at least as Libras. Anyways, we all have our gifts. We all have our gifts. I love that for you though. Okay, the blessings are waiting on me. Take up space. I will, and we all will. Absolutely. This is a gift to be able to shift like that. Yes. Y'all, this is why when Jade, if you don't know who Jade is, come on now. When Jade is like, the 6 lines are going to be leading everybody. If you have a 6 line in your life, you are blessed. I was like, girl, that is a word. Because the amount of shifting that we all as a society are going to have to do in the coming years, like a lot of things are going to be shifting. And if you don't shift along with it, you're going to be left in the dust. And I don't want that for you. Hold on, y'all. Oh, okay. Yay. My man just landed. Yeah, so if you have a 6 line in your life, you are blessed because a 6 line is going to show you how to trial and error and make shit shake. Okay, so if you are not a 6 line, and even if you are a 6 line and you've been stuck in your ways, get around a 6 line. All right, it's a gift. It's a gift that we all need. Okay. All right, moving quickly, taking action, being in the flow. Isla, that is what a regulated nervous system is. Being in the flow of life. Like life is always flowing. There is never a stagnant day, but there could be a stagnant person. There could be a stagnant person. Don't let that be you. Okay? I love that you said that. Being in the flow. Like I have so many stories of like being in scary or weird or uncomfortable situations, and things always work out for me because I'm not a boulder. I'm flowing. What does the moment need right now? I'm flowing. Okay? Because when you're stuck in your ways, that's when you get caught up. You could tell it's time to leave the party, but you're like, nah, my song ain't come on yet. I'm still trying to dance with that girl. Club gets shot up, you get shot. Why are you still there? You earlier you knew you're supposed to leave. I'm the type of person, I'm out. As soon as my spleen is like, we out, we out. I don't care who I came with. Uber, where you at? I'm out. I'm going with the flow. The energies are always speaking, but you got to trust it. Anyways, no more. Let me come back, okay? Because I could go on tangent. Okay, Janae says, funny enough, 15 minutes before this live, I was writing about how bad do I want it? How willing am I to be uncomfortable and avoid instant gratification? I am to open the door for my blessings. That's something I think I want to talk about next week is like, We all can get comfortable, but where are you comfortable? Are you comfortable in the version of you that you don't actually like, and the life that you're not getting the results that you want? Because a lot of people, like, there was the tools for the transformation are literally right in front of you, right? But because you're so attached to the life that you know, you won't pick them up. You won't do anything with them. There's no one, I truly believe that there's no one in this world who cannot have what they want in life. I don't care what circumstances you come from. Once you decide in your mind that that's it and you follow through, the only result is the thing that you want. That's it. And it's going to take getting uncomfortable, not, and I think that we associate negativity with discomfort. Discomfort is just the opposite of where you're at, right? It's something new. I had to get uncomfortable being in this relationship because I recognize, like, I'm a dip out kind of girl. Okay, you piss me off, I'm the fuck out. And I recognize that a part of that was coming from my scarcity mindset, my fear motivation. I'm not fear motivated. I'm need motivated. And when I got in my body, I recognized that my needs are met. My man is a Taurus Venus. When I tell you taken care of, but living out of my fear motivation, I was like, nah, bump this. When it was really calling me to get uncomfortable, stop being a people pleaser, stop allowing shit that should not be going on to go on. And the moment that I took the call and I was 10 toes down, everything got together. But it was on me. And yes, it was a bit uncomfortable to not be a people pleaser anymore because I grew up people pleasing. I lived with a mom who was like, right? So I was 10 toes ahead of her, always prepared. Okay, she's about to go off. So my uncomfort was saying what needed to be said, nipping shit in the butt immediately, not responding to shit that I used to respond to. The discomfort is not a bad thing. The discomfort is I'm no longer comfortable in that shit that don't work. I'm comfortable in what does work. Be comfortable over there. Okay? Because I know they are there and I'm somehow blocking myself from receiving. I think I need to take my past work experience off the silly pedestal because it's personally layered. I think it may be something I need to talk about, but I'm too worried about perception from my inner world. Well, Janae, first I'm going to ask you, jump in confident and paid, and like put that in the chat so we can all come to a conversation around that so that you can take it off the pedestal. That's what community is for. If y'all don't know, I have a community called Confident and Paid, and this is where the girls are becoming confident and paid, and we're dealing with stuff like this concern right here, which I think is important. Like I started off the conversation, money is not the only thing that we have on pedestals. That dream relationship isn't the only thing that we have on pedestals. There are things that have happened in our lives that we have on a pedestal and make it seem like it defines us, and it doesn't. And the moment that you bring it down, it's like, that's all that was. Wow, I was making a big deal out of that for no reason. Janae said, this is definitely shifting something within me. I love that comment very much because Gemini in the 8th house, that's literally what I'm here for. It's so funny when I listen to my branding. So I made a branding blueprint for myself and I listened to it. And one of the things it says is like, you are here to shift things internally that result in wealth externally for your people. So I love that. And if you have not tapped into your Mercury placements yet, get to it. Okay, that's how you're gonna get paid to exist. Tap into your Mercury placements. Okay. Jace Diary says me too. Oh, I love that. Okay, Stella says there's a new way to breathe and release your anxiety and stress. Share with us. Is that the pineal gland one where you like holding it for 4? Anyways, if you want to share, you can. All right. Janai says, why am I 30 minutes late? Why are you 30 minutes late, Janai? Exactly what I need to hear and right on time. How do you get your audio spells to repeat? Honestly, I do not listen to my audio spells on repeat. It's not necessary for where I'm at in my journey. I literally like listen for the time. So mine are 10 minutes on average. I listen for those 10 minutes and then I move on. Now I'll be honest with you. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how many audio spells I have. I do not play, okay? I do not play. at all. So personal audio spells for myself, I have 5. Okay. I literally have 5. And honestly, it's safe to be seen. Audio spell is actually up on my stand store. And then I have all of these audio spells as well. So depending on what product you got, some of the things I've created, like the safe exit strategy, aka you want to quit your job and you want to do it in a regulated way, that comes with an audio spell for every single human design type. And then I have the safe exit visualization. I'm gonna just say I have a lot. There's 19 in here. There's 19. So I don't necessarily listen to mine on repeat. I just listen to all of my audio spells. I listen to 1 or 2 before I go to bed. I listen to the It's Safe to Be Seen audio spell twice a day. I start my day with my blueprint audio spell, and then I have one that's around $10,000 days. I listen to that every day as well. So hopefully that answers your question. Create more audio spells and like serve yourself. Like wherever you need an audio spell, wherever you need to level up, create one. That's basically that's all I'm going to say about that. May God open the floodgates and grant everyone on this live their heart's desires 1,000-fold. Show them how good it can get. Amen. If y'all don't know, Stella has hope motivation. So I love that she brought that into the conversation. There's no I'll do it tomorrow. Why? When there's today. Jay says, I don't know how, but I will get paid at least $1 million this year. Period. I don't know if you're just repeating me or if that's what you're declaring too, but let's do it. I'm so down. Janae said that was me in January when the price of confidence. That was me in January when the price of Confident and Paid, formerly the Projector Portal, changed from $12 to $35. I was like, nah, I have to get in this before it increases again. By the way, it's $111 per month now. Okay. All right. Janai says, you are so right. Being afraid to declare. What if you're afraid to declare because you don't want to be targeted? I ain't able. Look how I thought we was wrapping up. I'm going to say this. Absolutely everything that is for you is going to prepare you for what is for you. Okay? Once you declare, things are going to come into your timeline to prepare you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially to hold that. This is why when it comes to, I tweeted this the other day, if you're calling in wealth, regulate your nervous system. Make sure you're regulating your nervous system. Why? Because wealth isn't just about cash money. We have a wealth container. How much can I hold? How much do I trust myself with? How much do I trust myself doing the right thing with? Like all of that, we have to prepare our capacity to hold what it is we're asking for. Just like getting into a relationship, like I shared with you, when I first got into my relationship, like I was still like, I'm happy that I have this, but shit, there's always somebody out there. But I couldn't do both. I had to increase my love container, my respect container, my somebody wants to love on me container. Like I had to broaden that and I had to allow this life that I kept saying I wanted to show up and to be present. And so a lot of the times we're declaring things that we want to manifest X, Y, Z, but you're not preparing yourself for that. And so because you're not prepared, you avoid it altogether. You run away from it. You don't declare it. Okay? And I want you to know that every single human being goes through this. There's someone that I've worked with before. She's also a business coach. And she literally, I think she makes $500,000 or more per month. And up to this day, she still talks about every single day, I do my work around my wealth container. She's like, every day I still do it, because if I don't do it, guess what? I'm going to allow those thoughts to come in that I'm not ready, or I don't want to pay taxes, or all the silly thoughts that we have. So no matter where you are on the rung, there is preparation. There is maintenance that has to be done. And this is why I said yesterday, I tweeted this. I was like, the hard work is not physical. The hard work is your nervous system being regulated every single day. Like, why do you think there are some athletes that are great at their game and some athletes that are not? because you're going to have a LeBron James that does what he needs to do every single day so he can show up on the court and play a good game every single game. And then you're going to have the guy that's like, he out with the girls, he gambling, he drinking, he in the club, and he can't put up the points that he's supposed to put up in the game, right? We all have the ability, but some people choose it and some people don't. So Janai, I see you. I recognize where you are, I understand where you are, and I want you to know that you have to declare. Once you declare, everything else you need will show up on the path. But you can't see that. A lot of us be sitting down, we like, I need the whole blueprint. Show me the whole thing before I could jump. That's not how it works. You got to declare, you got to jump, and then allow everything to show up for you. It takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of faith. And you're going to continue to build that faith. Declare it first. That's all I'm going to say. Declare it first. Declare it first. Okay. Great things happen after you say, I'm betting on me. That's really what it is. The whole time where you're playing, trying to play it safe, that's where you have a shitty experience of life, if I'm being real. It's not fun. When you're playing it small, it is not fun. When you play a big game, big things show up for you. People, tools, resources, connections, but you got to bet on you. You got to declare. You got to say, I believe that it is already waiting for me and I'm willing to step into it. That's your job. Okay. Not living unregulated to make anyone else happy. Absolutely not. And it's exhausting living unregulated. It absolutely is. Stella says yes, but bear in mind, some people need EMDR to retain a regulated nervous system because of being overexposed to trauma. I'm not sure what EMDR is. Stella, you can share that. I get that we all have different experiences, and let's be real, everything that we've gone through in life exists in our bodies, it exists in our nervous system. And so this is why somatic work is so important. This is why energetic work, even listening to different frequencies is so important, because it's going to shake up that vibration. It's like when you get a massage and you have a knot in your body, that's energy, right? That's energy coagulated. So I'm gonna let Stella let us know what EMDR is. I don't know what that is. Okay. When 'tis true. Okay. That one line message hit. Leeches. All right, cool. So we're coming down to the bottom. This video is about to be a daily audio spell. Do I have gate 38? Let me look into that. Stella says I have an undefined heart too. Amazing. Do I have gate 38? Let's take a look, see. By the way, if y'all don't know, my favorite app is the Neutrino Design app. I do have gate 38. I do have gate 38. I guess I got some homework to do. Let me see. Where is that gate at? It is my personality, Neptune, the gate of the fighter. Oh, I think I read up on this before. Because I read something that says like your gate 38 is where like life will be small for you if you continue to stay that way, because the gate of 48 is all about being stubborn and finding out what is worth struggling for. So me having gate 38 is like, oh, I'm gonna keep pushing through. I don't need to push through. What am I pushing through for, and what am I proving to people? But Janae, let me know what your thoughts are on gate 38. I have an undefined heart. Okay, stay on the search engine. Yes, all of you. I encourage all of you, like start the YouTube. Like, this is my third go at YouTube, okay? This is not my first time. This is my third go at YouTube, all right? And we're going all the way this time. So start your YouTube channel. Watch other YouTube videos or video YouTubers that you like you like their content style. Like, start to have that in your atmosphere, right? Okay. I love it. I love all the champagne. Stay on the search engine. Yes. Love it. Okay. Emily. Hi, Emily. My biggest takeaway is to look long term. Be intentional about sharing yourself and not remain in your head. Take silly things off the pedestal and just do it. Blessings are there and it's up to me to get it. Absolutely. There can be a simpler way. There's always a simpler way. There's always a simpler way, especially projectors. Come on, there's always a simpler way. Janai said, what am I afraid of? Declaring I am the one. That is the takeaway. The takeaway is declare it and walk in it and live in the version of you that attracts success. Let's go. Yes, Stella, you are a 4-6. You are here to guide us. Janae, the hard work is not physical. Okay. The hard work is not physical. Janai says, thank you for that answer. I understand. Declare it first. Awesome. And then EMDR is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy. Is a structured psychotherapy designed to treat post-traumatic stress disorder and other trauma-related symptoms. All right, awesome. I just learned something new today. I think I need to put a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I'm not an astrologer. I'm not a therapist. As much as and then, as long as I continue in my practice and in my learning, I am going to get trained and certified in different things. And so I'm open to that. I'm 35. I have a lot of life to live. I have a lot more accolades, and I won't even say accolades. There's a lot more things and tools to learn. And so right now, my main tool is human design. I will learn other things, but I appreciate that addition to the conversation, Stella. Okay, Janae says, I just tweeted about Gate 38 and Crystal has it in her Neptune as well. Very much will choose what battles actually serve them, knowing what to walk away from. Yep, that's Gate 38. That's Gate 38. A battle that I refuse to stay in is a battle in my business and a battle in my relationship. Like, why am I battling? Why? Don't make no sense. Anywho's, this has been an amazing conversation. I am so happy that you took the time to invest in you by being here, because that's really what it is. I never take that lightly, and it's not about me, to be honest. When you show up, I understand that there is something for me to step into, and I appreciate you being here and being intentional and bringing yourself to the conversation and putting yourself at issue and really seeing that there is a bigger version of you to step into. There's always a bigger version. And so I'm excited for what you will create with the things that you are now aware of. Have fun with it. Definitely give yourself grace. Okay. I think that's very important. We were not born, what I'm going to say, I was going to say now born perfect, but we're not here to be perfect. We are here to be perfectly imperfect. Okay. We're here to trial forward, to fail forward, to have fun. And my favorite thing ever, which I put in my newsletter today, nothing serious is going on here. I say that all the time in Confident and Paid. And every time I say it, like, yeah, I really need to apply that. So I'm going to say it to you. There's nothing serious going on here. Be light about life. Like it's nothing. You can shift and maneuver and make something new happen at any moment. There's nothing serious going on here. You are alive. You have breath, which means you have life. And I love you. Oh, Janai, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Okay. Mwah. Oh, go be great. Go be great. Go be great. Bye, guys.